Hey guys, it's your man Mikey X, and I wanted to do a more a more vlog type video with my camera. Now, the only camera I have is my PlayStation, and there you go, guy. And the only way to just get my camera, as far as I know, is with the PlayStation. With the PlayStation Playground, I think it's called, feature, which means I get to play with this little guy. His name is Asobi, if you never used it before. It comes with a bunch of little mini games, and it gets rather impatient when you don't interact with it. You tickle his feetses. So I wanted to do a callback. I originally wanted to do this like a while ago, but you know what? Now's the time. It is the end of a decade. At the end of 2019. Well, it's 2020 now. For those of you who don't know me, memories are very important to me. Because one of my biggest fears is forgetting something important. So to help me with that, I have my own really, Asobi? What are these called? I forgot what these are called. It's essentially a box of memories. Everything in here is contained to a special event that happened in my life, something I just wanted to remember. I also got a new mic, so we're testing that out too. So, the box itself is a huge memory for me. Don't you give me that sad face, boy. The box itself is a memory to itself. I made this box in middle school, in workshop. I had this weird fascination with the Steelers, even though I hated football. Still not a huge fan. So the entire box is black, of course, and yellow. Also a huge thing is that this Black and Yellow, the song, came out when this was a huge thing. If you're a young child and you don't know the song Black and Yellow, look it up. So, we're going to go through my memories. This is mostly high school, middle school era, so not all of the 2010s, but a good chunk of them. For me. I'm actually retiring this box this year. I'm going to be starting a new one since this one is actually getting pretty full. And it's the end of an era for me. This was my young child life. I'm an adult now. I'm trying to figure things out. I know my room doesn't look very adult. Got all my fun anime figures up here. Got the Kingdom Hearts posters. No Game, No Life, a Markiplier poster. Yeah. You know, growing old is necessary. Growing up is a choice, and as long as you know when you're allowed to act as a child. Now, start with the first item right on top, is these Apple computer stickers. Really old versions of their logo. So, when I was in high school, I attended a class for graphic design. You see that? It's crazy, right? So, we came across these packs and packs and packs of Apple stickers, and we just had this running joke where we would just toss Apple brand stickers on like everything. So you keep putting that freaking gun at me, I swear to God. So my friend would have a DS with an Apple logo on it. I think my old PlayStation had the Apple logo on it before I changed it for a different sticker. And I never used these two, so I just kept them. I was like, you know what, might as well. Oh, shut up. A Borderlands 2 pre-sequel card. This was a Christmas card, I believe? It was either a Christmas or a Valentine's Day card. This was for my ex. You remember Anime Rocker, right? It kind of is heavy on my heart to even reread this card because it was from a better time. She even, I don't know if you guys can see it, she drew me a little picture with us, a Keyblade, and a Creeper, and a little Pikmin behind her leg. Oh. Yeah, I know, I'm sad too, Asobi. Leave me alone. What else we got in here? Oh, this is the list of names. This was a list of names, which I don't know why I have so many sheets when we only filled the first, of people who came to my graduation party. And phone numbers. Holy shit, I forgot this came with phone numbers. I think I might need to add these to my contacts, if any of these still work. A bunch of friends, a lot of family, a lot of people I don't really talk to anymore, sadly. So, it was a great party too. It was just, I was a little upset because my mom made the mistake. We invited everyone through Facebook, and my mom set it up so the party was only an hour long. Not meaning to, just defaultly. And I don't know if you guys know this. I live in a Spanish culture, and if we have a party, that goes on till the next morning usually. So I was a little upset when people started leaving the first hour in. Like, I hadn't opened any gifts, we didn't even cut into a cake, we got a giant cake for the graduation, and the work we put in to clean this house and this pool is for my mom's friend. I was just freaking pissed for people just leaving so soon. I was like, you know, it's upsetting. Whatever. We got another Valentine's thing from my ex, Anime Rocker. This was in high school. She gave me a candygram. She drew a little Pikachu on it, and it says, "Love me, senpai, notice me." That's so cringe now. Well, I should see if I can get in contact with my friend Katrina. My friend Katrina drew this picture. I don't know why she gave it to me. So she just drew her name in big words and gave it to me. Katrina. Crazy redhead. She's a good friend of mine. She was one of my ex's best friends. And I think she has a kid now, actually. Crazy. Yeah. What's this? You're cordially invited to the judgment of... Oh, this was a ticket, or not a ticket. This was a business card for Sobi. If you don't settle the fuck down, boy, I will kick your ass. This was an event happening at the Sterling Renaissance up in New York. It's a pretty cool Renaissance festival. It's really small. It's real fun. I've been there like twice. And this was from the first time I went there. They're having a group go up and just say really raunchy poetry. Imagine if... Shut up! If you don't get out of my way! Don't give me those sad eyes. Don't you give me those sad... Don't. I swear to God, I'll beat you. I will beat you! Oh. Are you gonna get mad at me now, huh? You gonna get me... Fuck you. What you gonna do about it? The second time I went there, it was fun. I had this super baggy, like, pirate medieval shirt and a pair of jeans, and I walked in there with just that, and I came back out with a full costume. Like, I had a leather mask, a hat with a feather in it, a sword. It was pretty cool. The Trills and Thrills, Six Flags New England. This was the first and only time I went to the big Six Flags. It was awesome. Well, no, it was the second time. It was the second time because, no, this was the first time. This one wasn't awesome. The second time was awesome. This Trills and Thrills was a singing competition for our high school. We won. We absolutely decimated. We got the highest ranking we could get. This was back in 2014. Jesus Christ. And I was upset because I wore my brand new straight white Nikes and it downpoured and they destroyed my shoes. The rain just decimated them. I was just so pissed because I was trying so hard to keep them clean. I have a curse with white shoes. I don't wear them because they always get wrecked. So usually I wear gray or jet black shoes. Alright, these ones kind of go together. Air Force bumper sticker and my JROTC patch. In high school, I was a member of the JROTC Air Force. I was I think I was a second lieutenant, which is like the highest you can get without actually taking any titles. Sadly, I did try to reach a little higher in my senior year, but I kind of squandered like the whole ranking idea. I wasn't really a high achiever type. I have some great memories. I think I do have more JROTC based memories in here. I do remember my Sergeant Prey. She would throw markers at people falling asleep in her class. And one day, she thought she caught me. She thought she had finally got me, where I was just, like, not paying attention. She threw a marker at me, and I dodged it. And she actually, like, looked impressed at the fact that I dodged the marker just in time. You can't catch me with that. Alright, this is a little farther than the decade. Yeah. This was my first... Well, one of my first ever toys when I was a little kid. I believe the actual first toy I got was a Teddy Ruxpin, which didn't survive the years as I had moved so many times. But this little worm has made it. Yep, just smells like a box. No childish smell to it. I don't have any other memories aside from that with this. Oh no, are you getting moldy? No, it's just paint. It's not paint. It's it's rainwater, water damage. This was a ticket for one of the first plays I was ever in, or at least official plays, called Couch Potato Santa. My high school did not have a drama club, and this was their first attempt at doing it. And of course we had to kick it off with some small, super corny play. Couch Potato Santa is this adorable little play where Santa has gotten lazy this year. He's not moving. He swears he's not leaving his couch for Christmas. The kids have just all been terrible. And everyone tries to convince him. The elves, the reindeer, Mrs. Claus. And I played Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. My girlfriend at the time, Anime Rocker, was an elf. And if I was really good at editing, I'd post a picture of the class with that on, but I don't. I'm terrible at editing. Well, we'll figure that out later. This happened in December 19th, 2015. These tickets were $5. It was a really cute play. It was hilarious. I was a little self-conscious at the time, but you know what? I owned it. I killed it. And we all did great. Hey. Alright, I got a story for this one. I've got a couple of these photo pit sets. I can't really get up to show you guys, but I can lean in a little bit. That's me, an anime rocker. This was our freshman year, I think, 2014. Choose sophomore year-ish. This was our homecoming dance. This one didn't go well. Because, well, it was a fun night to start with, you know, we were dancing, partying. We were with our friends, my Alan, Katrina, bunch of others. And what happened was, is Kristen got pulled away to dance with a bunch of her female friends, just hanging around, dancing in a circle, having a great time. And I wasn't gonna let that kill my vibes. I started dancing on my own, and some girl, I don't even know her name. I still don't know her name. Decided she was just gonna back up and start grinding on me. She started twerking on me, and before I even had a chance to react, Kristen had just jumped on, pulled me away, screamed at me, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Her grandfather was my ride home. I was just like, you know what, screw it, and I just left right there. I walked home, because I only lived like 4 blocks away. And it scared the crap out of me. Her grandfather still kind of scares the crap out of me. He's an old military man. And I get to my house, I'm just rounding the final quarter of my house, and her grandfather pulls up in front of me. And I'm just shitting myself. Luckily, it was my friend Katrina. She rolled down the window, and she reminded me that I was holding on to her phone for her because her dress didn't have any pockets. So, that was a night. That was our, I think our first big argument, actually. Yee. What's this? RFA Pops Concert, 2010. String Orchestra. Oh, featuring the String Orchestra, Barbershop, Strolling Strings, Treble Choir, Symphony. Yeah, this was my brother. Wasn't it? 2010? Yeah, I think this was my brother, because I was still in middle school during this. So, I have 2 siblings. I have an older brother and an older sister, and we're all musical. Me and my brother sing. I play drums sometimes. I play ukulele now. My sister played the violin. She can sing, but she didn't ever try. She didn't actually take classes or anything. And this was for my brother, who joined the special choir, the treble. I tried to join it too when I was in high school, but I failed. I just can't do a cappella, I guess. So, and this is actually a test for me, like really racking my memory here. So he did super good. My brother was always super good at singing. Even now he can kind of sing, but we both kind of lost our voices since we don't practice every single day. So that was nice. 2016. Graduation year. This was our senior ball. We had the choices. We had to take a vote. These are 2 like the same ticket. We had to take a vote. We had the choices between USA. What were the other ones? I know, like, I think it was Jurassic Park. No, Jurassic Park was the year before us. The seniors got Jurassic Park. It was USA. There was some better options. I can't remember. I think one of them was like the Roaring 20s or something like that. And USA won, and we were all upset. We were like, why? Ooh. So, this was actually a really fun night. Went with a bunch of my friends, and me and Kristen. Let me see if I got a picture set from that one. Yeah, I do. I got 2 picture sets from that night. We went in dressed in Sobe, this is my show. Amateur. We went in dressed in purple, and people were like, oh, how does that portray to USA? And I was like, well, we're the Purple Heart medal. Yeah, it's a terrible joke. If anyone knows how the Purple Heart Award is given, it's a terrible joke. For those of you who don't know, the Purple Heart Medal is only gifted to those in the military who were Asobi. Calm the fuck down, boy. It's only gifted to those who were discharged from the military due to injuries or because they simply cannot battle further. It's literally, you've given your all soldier, we can't use you anymore, basically. It's really upsetting. I mean, it's an amazing award. You can't have sacrificed any more than what the Purple Heart is giving you, than getting the Purple Heart, but it's... yeah. So I have a photo set from me and Kristen that night. Sobi, can you hold the focus? It's probably blurring the camera. Yeah. Scary. Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Didn't know he does that. That's awesome. Alright, I got another photo set. The Spring Fling 2017. This was during college. Me and my friend group were split in two. I had friends from my class, which I was majoring in digital animation or 3D animation, and I was in a club, the anime club, Otaku Haven as it was called at the time. Otaku Haven is a club that I think has sadly died now, but we were struggling to get it afloat. And in fact, I gave so much effort and so much strife to getting it afloat that I actually failed my classes. I focused too hard on that club. Didn't focus enough on my class, but we got it floating at the time. And this is a picture from me and my friends at that time. It's blurry. Be afraid, Asobi! Be afraid! All the weeaboos. The fucking weebs. Oh yeah, this time she had dyed her hair bright blue, and it actually looked pretty good on her. Yeah. There's a lot of other stories that happened during college, but I'm not gonna go into it. Is this another Couch Potato Santa? Yes, it is. It's a Couch Potato Santa flyer with all the names of who was in it. Santa is my friend Xander. What's in Dr. Igloo? Yeah. Rudolph, Michael. Yeah. Kristen. Anime Rockers. Elf name was Koopy. I almost forgot about that. Koopy. Koopy the elf. What? How much time we got left? Are we almost halfway through? Oh, we're not even halfway through. Let's keep going. Alright, we're getting to a part where I could just pick choose. I think this was an important one. Yes, it was. January 2015. I don't believe I can rightfully show, like, all of the, like... It's all blurry, you can't really see it. This is an invitation to my brother's wedding. They decided to have it the first of the month, the first of the year, so I guess they'll never forget their anniversary, right? His joke about that is like, you did that to make it easier, didn't you? So, my brother, since then, has had two wonderful kids. They are awesome most of the time. Most of the time. Most of the time. That was an awesome night. Of course, I took Anime Rocker as my date. The biggest memory while we were dating, we never let her live it down, was that when the bouquet was thrown, she almost tackled my sister-in-law's little sister, like the young little girl, almost knocked her clear off her feet to grab that bouquet. Yeah, look how that played out. Yeah, that was great. Boy State. SUNY Morrisville, New York. American Legion's Boy State. This was a special event that only a handful of people could go to from my school. You had to be like top 80% in the JROTC program, have a decent grade point, a pretty good grade point average. And of course, because it's boy state, there had to be a male. There was a girl state too, to all you questioning it. It was a pretty awesome event. I loved it and I hated it. I hated it at the time and I would do it again if I could, but it's a one-time thing. Because you could only do it as a junior in high school. That was the other thing. So we basically went out there. It was a college. We spent a week out in a college, and it was treated like we were not only part of the military. We had to do PT, like physical training at like 7 in the morning. Drove me nuts. Run by a Marine. Aside from that, we got a glimpse at how our government works by making our own smaller government. We were making laws, passing laws. We would have to go through all of this. We actually passed, I think, 7 laws. And any laws that we passed in Boy State, this is the coolest thing, would then be sent up to the governor to be assessed and questioned for New York State. Now, we all had to think very logically. We couldn't just go passing random laws. We had to set all the rules for them, how they would work, what we could do to enforce it, and so on. My dudes, we legalized it. We legalized that shit. I think 4 houses, actually, because we were broken up into like 12 different houses, and 4 houses legalized that. We had our own president, and he also approved it. Hell yeah. Is this my plane ticket? Yeah. My plane ticket. This is from my first time traveling to where I live now. Back in... Ooh, is there a date on this? December 2016. Yeah, this was shortly after I graduated. I think this was in the break between my first and second semester of college. This was probably the best trip I had to South Carolina. Since living here, it's been iffy, but this was when we were financially stable. They wouldn't have to put up with my shit every day. It was awesome. Little shit. Well, that's a sad one. Let's keep going through some happy ones. Yeesh. That could stay in there. I don't know why these are so important to me. I guess it's like a picture of my bond. These are little capsule machine toys. There's 2 of them. 2 identical toys. They're called Bok Choy Boys. And I know they were special to me because I had won one, this exact one. It's a little fire one. On my own, just out of a whim, I bought it. And then like 2 days later, my brother comes to me and he tosses me a capsule and he's like, I don't want it really. And it's the exact same thing, and he's just like, I don't know why. It just struck a thing with me where I was like, it's like a brother's bond kind of thing. This was like the first moment where me and my brother actually started getting along. Because me and my siblings didn't get along for a long time. And it wasn't until we were all pretty much grown up that we were like, alright, we need to fix what the fuck we got going on here, because all we have is each other at the end of the day. And it's like, I mean, even now, our relationship It's not great, it's not perfect, but it's better than what we had. We basically hated each other for a time. I know they hated me because I'm the baby. Alright, that's the sad ones, that's the sad one. Get those at the one at the end. Ooh, are these the same tickets, basically? Yeah, okay, this is something I thought was so cool. Oh, the date's been washed off this one, because water damage. Damn it. So, in 2010, middle school, and then I think 2009, so 1 year right after another. These are 2 baseball tickets. These were my first big baseball games I'd ever gone to. Actually, I think they're the only big baseball games I'd go to, because I'm not a fan of watching sports, but I loved baseball. I still like baseball. Out of all the sports I would play baseball. Oh damn, I wasn't that far off from where I sat the first time. I didn't notice that before. Huh. So yeah, back to back, we had middle school field trips. Ah, I dropped it. Crap. Will you stop? There's nothing real special about it. Wasn't dating anyone at the time. No real good stories. It was just an awesome coincidence. It was a good game. I didn't pay attention to the first one. I tried to pay attention to the second one. But gosh, watching sports is so fucking boring. He gets sad, like he thinks I've left. Million ways. What's a million ways? I'm gonna have to look this movie up later. A Million Ways. I don't remember what A Million Ways is. Actually, let me look this up now. Maybe it'll click once I actually see like a poster or something for it. We're over halfway. We're not nearly done with our box here, so I gotta speed things up. So let me just do this real quick and we'll double time it. We went to watch A Million Ways to Die in the West. It was our Valentine's Day date. We always went to movies on Valentine's Day. Alright, so let me look through here again, just make sure I got all the lengthy ones out of the way. Alright, so the lengthiest ones I got here. Is this the Lego movie? Yep. Me and my ex's date to the Lego movie. Alright, actually, speaking of my ex, let me get the last of her crap out of here so we could just talk about her for a moment. You guys... Oh, that was to the zoo. Alright. So you guys already know, me and Anime Rocker are not dating anymore. We started this channel together. Well, I started this channel and she was a part of it. Because we both loved YouTube. She introduced me to YouTube. So the last of the things that remind me of her was first this little yin and yang necklace. I wore the black yin, she wore the white yang. Wait, I said that backwards. I wore the black yang, she wore the white yin. This was our promise ring, one of 3 editions of promise rings. It is a silver ring that's that with a half of a heart that says real love on it. It's real cute, real nice, until I got fat. Last one is her first gift to me, which is this wolf necklace with a little fake diamond in it. It's chipped, it's cute. It was chipped because my friend was an asshole. And our second edition promise ring, this one lasted me forever, and it still fits my finger, in fact. The last thing is this picture of her that I carried in my wallet. I was so angry when we broke up, I almost burned it. And some part of me just decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna put it out, leave the burn marks there to remember my anger, and just toss it in the memory bin. Okay, that's the last of this. Okay, the last one I really need to talk about, really get off my chest, was this one. Now, some of you know what this emblem is. Do you know what this emblem is, Asobi? Asobi, do you know what this emblem is? Do you know what this emblem is? Do you know what this emblem is? Do you know what it is? It's the Fairy Tale Guild. It's an anime. There was a girl I went to high school with. Her name was Alexis. Alexis had a heart condition, and we were good friends. We were good friends almost all 4 years of high school. I know before that we weren't. We were kind of like at each other's throats, but like towards the end we really got close. And she had a heart condition. She could not do much without feeling pain. And on her senior year, just a couple months off from graduation, it caught up to her and took her life. These were, Fairy Tail was her favorite anime that she ever watched. And these were actually handed out during her wake. I'm actually, I promised her something before she passed. I promised her I was going to write a story for her. At the time, it was an erotica, but I wanted to do her justice. That erotica I did write. It was total trash. I wanted to write her a good story. And I've been working on it for the past 2 years. I put it off now and again because it does hurt to think about her. She was a good friend of mine. If I could count the times she cried on my shoulder, just life bearing down on her. It's just... Alright, double time now. Six Flags, Part 2. The time we actually went in to enjoy Six Flags New England. I believe that was with the church. It was awesome. It was great. It was way better than the first time. Alright, what else we got here? Garbage Pail Kids. I only put these in here because old memories. Because it was hilarious. Deadpool. Went to go see the grand opening of that. Yeah, awesome movie. Sherman and Mr. Peabody. Awesome movie. Went to see that on a date. I don't know this brand, but it was my first beer. Absolutely gross. Alright, these three all go together. Domo, this, I forgot what these are called off the top of my head. Something Dougal. Bandoogle, Bondoogle. Bandoogle? Something like that. This and Domo and this picture were given to me by my sister. There was a year she was going to move away with her dad. Her dad, my mom. We all have... I have a different dad from my brother and sister. They have the same dad, and my mom took a long time. She's finally back with their dad. But for a long time, she was a single mother. And at this time, my sister was going to go move in with her dad for a while. She didn't end up doing it, but we still had this long emotional moment. I think that was the first time me and my sister were like truly bonding. It was a huge thing. Right, I'm gonna skip some of these things I actually don't remember shit for. The Keyblades. Kingdom Hearts always been a huge part of my life. At one point, me and Anime Rocker bought 2 sets of keychain, Keyblades, necklaces, things, and we traded a bunch. I put this one in here for safekeeping. This one is this... I can't remember the name of it. It's the Keyblade you get in the first one after beating Sephiroth. My Instinct necklace, because I'm Team Instinct, and when Pokemon goes out of style, I want to remember what team I was on. The Seussical, the best musical I ever went to with my brother. In it. He was one of the monkeys. Oh, this one broke. This was a fortune that I just felt like I needed, which is your optimism is contagious. Okay, this one has a bit of a story. My friend Bailey had this wolf necklace for the longest time, and I had this huge obsession with wolves. I used to love this necklace. I still love this necklace, and I would still wear it often. All through middle school, I would ask her every single day, can I have it? Can you give it to me? I'm going to steal it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to give it. And one day, just randomly in the middle of middle school, she gave this to me. Bailey is one of my oldest friends. We've known each other since we were really little. We barely talk, but I really want to reconnect with her. It's just, I don't know what to do. I'm too awkward around girls. Alright, what else we got? This is a core of a baseball. My brother's dog, Banjo, will chew through anything given enough time. And she spent months getting this out. Chuck E. Cheese coin from all the times I went to Chuck E. Cheese. A hacky sack to remember the good times. This one. Oh, I gotta make sure to send this to you, Coco. My friend Coco, she used to go to church with me. She probably doesn't believe I still have this. Just one day, me and Coco have a special bond. She is my mini-me for several reasons. One, we are very much alike. Two, the real first reason, the one that we really connected over, was that we share the same birthday. And for my birthday one year, she gave me this. It's a bead necklace made of wooden beads that just say, "Happy birthday" with my full name on it. And at the time I thought it was the corniest little thing. I was like, you know what, this is just ridiculous. I wouldn't really ever wear this, but looking back on it, it is so cute. It's just an adorable gesture. How much time we got? So I wanted to do this for two reasons. One, I wanted to do this to just look back at all the crap I went through this year. I'm still here, yeah. I wanted to